Assalamu alaikum. Now, in the last class of science, we studied about how the animal eats and what kind of teeth do they have. In that topic, we have seen the way of eating. What was it? Bite and cut. This is done by our front teeth. Then it was tearing the flesh and all, biting and cutting the leaves, tearing the flesh, and chewing, chew. This we do with the help of the teeth that are at the back, the grinding teeth, the strong teeth. And now we'll look into three more types of ways of eating. First is gnaw. Next is suck. Last one will be swallow. Okay, now what is gnaw? Gnaw is a way of eating done by animals like squirrels, rats, and rabbit. Rats, rabbit, and squirrels. Now you must have observed, and if you did not, you can go and look for a few videos of these animals. When these types of animals, mostly rabbits, rats, and squirrels, their front teeth will be coming out of their mouth. This front teeth will be coming out of their mouth. Their front teeth will be very big. With these front teeth, what they will do is they will take small bite of the food, whatever they are eating, whether a nut or any fruit. They'll take very little small bites of it from the front teeth. They don't chew it. They just cut the food, whatever they are eating, in very small pieces and directly eat it. So that type of eating, that type of eating, I mean, taking very small pieces, cutting with the front teeth, the food that they are eating into very tiny bits with the front teeth is called as gnawing, okay, or gnaw. Next, second type is suck. With suck only you can understand, like when you are drinking a juice, you put a straw and you suck it inside. In the similar way, insects, such as mostly insects, like butterfly, mosquito, what do? They suck the food. Butterflies suck the nectar of the flower. From the nectar they'll suck its juice. Mosquitoes, they suck the blood from the human or animal skin. They suck the blood. So these butterflies and mosquitoes, these type of insects, on their face or on their body part, they are having a very tiny small tube like structure. It is like a straw. Okay, I cannot draw a mosquito completely here, but something like this. Okay, they are having a very thin, this is very fat that I drew, very thin tiny tube like structure that they will inject into the flower or inject into the skin of a human, and then from that, like a straw, how if we are putting a straw in the juice, how do we suck the juice? Like that they'll suck out the blood, or if it is a butterfly, they will suck out the nectar from that thing. This type of eating is called sucking. Okay, then last third is swallow. Swallow is there are few animals that directly eat the food. They do not chew it, they do not cut it. Jaisa aata, they'll directly swallow it. That type of animal is frog, snake, like this. A frog eats insects. You must have seen in any cartoons, they take out their long tongue. Their tongue is very sticky, a glue-like structure, pigment is there on the tongue. With that, if they take out the tongue, if any insect or anything is there, it will stick on that tongue and they will directly swallow it. It catches its prey by shooting out its long sticky tongue. A frog does not bite or chew its prey. Prey is nothing but whatever they are eating. The frog does not bite, does not chew. They directly swallow it. Another animal is snake. Snake do not have teeth. Snake is not having teeth at all. They do not chew their food. They also swallow the food at the hole. You must have observed. If the animal is big also, if the egg, if any rat, squirrel, whatever a snake is eating, how much, whatever size it is, big or small, directly they will swallow it inside them. They do not have teeth at all. Okay? So this was the different three types that you have to understand: gnaw, suck, and swallow. Bite, cut, tear, and chew, that we will also do. Understood? Now next we will move to another topic, food chain. Food chain. Now, what is food chain? Green plants make their own food through the process of photosynthesis. We have learned in the previous lesson of plant world that plants make their own food with the process of photosynthesis by using sunlight, air, water, and minerals from the soil. That process we called as photosynthesis. These are called producers. Plants are nothing but plants. They prepare their own food. They are called as producers. Okay? Producer is nothing but producing something. कुछ खुद से बनाना, इसीलिए they are called as producers because they make their own food. Most animals are consumers. All the animals, human, not most, all the animals, like human beings, whether animals if they are on land, whether animals in water, whether the birds in the sky, all animals are consumers. Animals, human being also are right. In animals, it is both water animals, fishes also, birds also. Everything will come under that. So animals are mostly consumers. Consumers means something that they are consuming. They eat from others. Like if we are buying a packet of Lays and we are eating that Lays packet, so we are consuming the packet. So we'll become the consumer of that Lays packet. Like that, whatever any animal or human being, if they are eating something else, they are referred here as consumers. Here plants are not considered as consumers because they do not take their food from someone else. वो लोग किसी और से खाना नहीं खाते. They make their own food. वो लोग खुद produce करते हैं, इसीलिए it is producers. Here animals and human beings, या तो ये लोग they will eat from plants or they will eat other animals. कोई दूसरी चीज खाते, they will consume other thing. That is why it is, here we are saying consumers for that. Now most animals are consumers as they depend on plants for food. They depends on plants for food or they depends on other animals. In both the cases, they are called as consumers. They eat plants and are in turn eaten by other animals, forming a chain. This chain is called a food chain. Now, I'll give you few examples. Suppose the food chain, remember this, the food chain will always start with a producer. Producer is nothing but plant. A food chain will always start with a plant. So in plant we can take anything, a tree, a grass or leaves, anything. It is producers. Now, who are the animals that will eat trees, plants, all these? Herbivores animals. In herbivores animal, we'll take one example. Example, goat. Okay. Now this, goats are eating plants. Now who will eat the goat? We human beings will eat the goat. We'll take that example, human beings. Okay. It is a chain now. Trees ko khata goat. Goat ko khate human beings. Is there anything that will eat human beings? There can be, no? The wild animals can kill us also. I'll just giving an example. Okay. So trees are producers here. Ab this goat, human being, lion, everything jo plants ke baad jo bhi aayega, that will come under consumers. Whatever will come after the producers, plants के अलावा जो भी चीज है, that will be consumers. Now this is a chain, एक chain form हो गई. इनको इनु खाते, इनको इनु खाते, इनको इनु खाते. It is a chain. This chain is called as food chain. See here, they eat. Sorry. They eat plants and are in turn eaten by other animals. They eat plants and then they are also eaten by other animals or other people or human beings. This chain is called food chain. A food chain always starts with a plant. Here we have seen the food chain will always start with a plant or will always start with a producer. Okay, a food chain tells us how plants are eaten by animals and how these animals are eaten by other animals. There are many food chains in nature. Let's see another example. For example, grass. Grass is a plant again. It is the starting of a food chain. Now, grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper eats the grass. Now, who will eat the grasshopper? Frog. It is a chain again here. Grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper is eaten by a frog. It swallows it. It is an insect. Grasshopper is eaten by a frog. Again, a chain is formed. The chain is starting with a plant. This is producer. These two are consumers. इनको consume करते हैं, consumer है. He will eat this. It is also a consumer. And if we want to extend this, अब इसको और लंबा करना है chain को. So who will eat the frog? Frog can be eaten by a snake. Again, see, a long chain is formed. But the chain, the food chain, this chain is called as food chain. This chain is always starting with a plant. Will always start with a plant, and plants are called as producers. Other than plants, whatever is coming in the chain, all that will be considered as consumers. One more example we'll see. Again, grass or plant, anything. Who will eat this? A deer. Okay, a deer can be eaten by a tiger or a lion. Okay, again a chain is formed. The chain is starting with a plant. The chain is starting with a producer. Plants are considered as producers, and all the animals and all the human beings other than plants will be considered as consumers. How much ever long the chain is, kitni bhi lambi chain रहने दो, plants will be considered as producers, and other thing, grasshopper, frog, animals, kitne bhi रहने दो, they will be considered as consumers. Okay, that's it. We finished this lesson also, animal world. I hope you all understood. Thank you.